players and our coaches. Tonight was a true team win. It felt like we played good in all three phases, really for the first time all year. Offense, running the football, 300 yards rushing against a solid defense. Defensively, the 3 turnovers, the big 4th down stop, in our own territory, the 4th and 1, I thought was a huge play in the game. Special teams, we were really concerned about the returners. They got some of the best returners in our league, and thought our special teams did a good job containing those guys. So overall, just a very good team win. I'm excited for our players. We played our best game tonight.
Questions?
You talked about the importance of in the running game going like you did over 100.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of our plan to come in. We wanted to run the football 50 times, and I think we got real close to it if we didn't get there. And Javon Robinson got off to a very good start. Really broke some tackles, ran through some things. Our line did a good job opening things up, and getting those 2 scores early, running the football were huge. And we had a couple explosive pass plays too that helped lead to some points too.
What was your take on Jeremy's performance tonight?
I thought he did a very good job. I thought Jeremy, I'm very proud of him to come in here and get the victory on the road. His numbers just did a phenomenal job running the offense. He really played well.
How many practices did he get this week knowing that he'd be the starter?
Yeah, he got the majority of it. Sean couldn't practice. And, so we're going to see how he's going to do in warm-up to see if use him as emergency, and it didn't look real good there. So Jeremy had a great week of practice. Jonathan Wallace got the majority, or all the 2s. Jonathan Wallace, hats off to him. You're talking about a guy that had to play about 3 different positions, had to play special teams. He was our backup quarterback this week, and did a phenomenal job when he was out there.
Gus, can you talk about Jeremy staying engaged when he lost the job after game?
Yeah, and I think it says a lot about his character. I mean, he went through a storm early in the season, and he kept working. Last week had a very good week of practice too, because he thought he had a chance to start. We went with Sean, and this week he had a very good week of practice, and to perform on the road in this environment the way he did says a lot about him. I'm very proud of him.
If Sean's able to return from his injury this week during practice, or you use the
We'll
plan to go with
cross
him?
that bridge when we get there. Right now, we're going to enjoy the victory, and we're just excited. And I said Jeremy played well tonight.
Gus, you said on Tuesday that this hadn't happened, that offense and defense hadn't all come together in one game, and it did tonight. Did you see anything that led you to believe that this would happen, like in practice this week?
We've been practicing well for about the last 3 or 4 weeks. Our coaches have coached them hard. They've allowed us to coach them hard, and they've really been, the same approach, wanting to get better. And it says a lot about our players. It says a lot about our team. We can come in here and get a victory, and matter of fact, a pretty convincing victory. I thought that was good.
Defensively, how are you guys able to harass Kyler Murray?
We were really stressed. I mean, he's like a video game. Because he can really make things happen and things break down. And Will had a great plan. Try to keep him in the pocket, make him play. Traditional quarterback. That was really our plan. And for the most part, we did that. He got loose a time or two, but we did a good job. I thought Will did a good job changing some things up with some different looks, and I think that led to a couple of turnovers.
What was some of that specifically, Gus? Because this is the fewest points allowed, fewest yards allowed since that LSU game last season. So just what were some of those things that Will did?
Yeah, I just think we're starting, we got Carl back. We're starting to put the pieces of the puzzle, and our guys played very well. And, they put pressure on the quarterback. And all but that one drive, they got us on a little zone read with a little spot pass, and that was really the only drive that, that they really got us on.
Let's talk about the importance of running outside with the speed sweeps with the receivers tonight.
That's one of the emphasis we tried to work on the last 3 or 4 weeks. We got to get more yards outside the tackle, which that's kind of been our bread and butter. In the past, we haven't been able to do that as much, but it all works together. When you can run the football up the middle, and you get them in the middle, then you get on the perimeter. It all works together. We were able to have some success early on running between the tackles, and that helped us, in that area.
The Ryan Davis play, talk about that.
Yeah, that's Woody. We run that play about once a year, maybe once every 2 years, and Rhett dialed it up. Just did a great job, and he almost went to the house on it.
What's the key to that play when it succeeds, like tonight or back in 06 at Arkansas compared to the 2-yard gain in 2010? What's kind of the key for making that a successful
It's a
play?
hit and miss deal. I mean, if they don't see him, it's going to be a big play. If they see him, it's -1. That's just part of it. You know it when you call it. When it works, it's a lot of fun.
Talk about Carlton Davis coming up again with a big play.
That was a huge play. I mean, I think he took the ball away from the guy down there. And, he's a rookie, and people are going to go after him, but he's got a chance to be a really, really good corner. And I think he's close to that right now. And he's made a couple picks in the end zone this year, and that was a big play. There's no doubt.
How much does a road win over a ranked team just change the outlook for the rest of the season?
Well, it gives us a shot in the arm right now, and some momentum. And so more than anything, I'm happy for our players to see that the smiles and the good feelings in the locker room. They worked hard. It's a lot of fun to see that.
On Trey Matthews, is he hurt tonight?
Yeah, he's hurt. He couldn't play. We decided that yesterday. He wasn't able to really practice, and so hopefully we'll get him back in the near future.
It looked like Nick Ruffin stepped up.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
well.
Nick did a good job. I think he did a good job. He had a good week of practice. Stephen Roberts also, he played a lot of snaps out there too. So, we got a lot of new faces, and they played ball tonight.
Guys, how'd you guys do things different tonight? Was like Rhett was in front, you were kind of behind the play. Did you change some things up?
Yeah, we just kind of changed up a little bit. He called the majority of those really good plays at work. I thought he had an outstanding night. He was really in his zone and had a really good feel.
What went into the decision to do that this week? Was it just
Well, I just, a different perspective right there, and I just wanted to start out and get a feel for him, and him he did a great job.
Any update on Jeremiah?
What's that?
Any update on Jeremiah?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know exactly the status, but I'll probably know more next week. So, but it doesn't look good, put it that way. I don't know. I guess they review it. If they review it, they didn't think it was. So I hadn't thought much about it after that.
You mentioned Javon Robinson's night tonight. Was his carries just right in the hot hand, or was Peyton able to go? Or?
We started out Peyton a couple carries and wanted to give him a couple carries, and he was hot. And I said he was running with great pad level, breaking tackles. We just kind of went with him.
What's changed these last couple of weeks for him, Gus? Because obviously he was out for so many
Yeah,
games.
I think more than anything it was probably opportunity. He's starting to get opportunity now. He's seizing the moment.
Gus, is this about the latest in the season you ever had a running back come on like him? Because we've talked about before, normally early in the season you identify your guy and you stick with him throughout.
Yeah, well, like I said, we said a lot of times he had an injury early on, and then Peyton got really hot there for a while. But he's seizing the moment. He's seizing the opportunity, and I think having those guys, and Kerryon Johnson, very flexible. He had a few carries there too, and had the big reception, down the side.
You mentioned
Watch your tackles, protecting the quarterback.
Yeah, that's the one thing we were stressed coming in. 15 is a dynamic pass rusher, and we wanted to run it. We wanted to run it right at their defensive ends. And we were able to not put ourselves in those third down, long situations, and I think that was really probably the key to the game.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Gus.
Thanks, guys.